Welcome to the Solemn Vanguard channel. Today we are checking out the ridiculous crash in price that is happening on Twinkle Melody. Now, I will say, this is not supposed to be a market watch or a finance channel. If you are interested in actual finance talks and so forth, go to Solemn Yu-Gi-Oh! That is my finance/investing, collecting type of channel. Link will be in the description. I go over that kind of stuff all the time there. Almost daily. However, today we are talking about Twinkle Melody because I do think it's interesting from a player perspective, not necessarily from a finance one, but you know, even finance might be interesting. Now, if you don't know, Twinkle Melody is one of the last sets of the V series. It just came out, and so because we just had Overdress news before this, there's a lot of people who are just not interested in this set, and so people think, oh, this is crashing because everyone's waiting for Overdress and that's that. And while that is definitely part of it, absolutely, like 3 years ago when they announced the V reboot, I made a killing of just buying underpriced cards for my premium decks. So that is definitely at play as well. But one major thing that is also at play that many people don't realize is Bermuda Triangle doesn't make a lot of money. And I know this is controversial, because whenever Bermuda gets support, people say, oh, it's because it's Bushiroad's favorite clan. It's because Bermuda, you know, it gets all the simps and they pay extra money for this. You know, yeah, it sells so well because of the simps. Bermuda doesn't sell so well in the West. Maybe it does in Japan, like it might. But I have been a vendor. I have had a store, and while we consistently sold out pre-orders and we always managed to be profitable and so forth, I ended up closing it because it wasn't worth it compared to my other company doing far better. But Bermuda was the worst set we ever did. And when I then talked to other people, Bermuda was consistently across the years also the worst set for many people. So it's not that Bermuda is supposed to be the best thing that sells the most. In the West, it really isn't. And more vendors are realizing, wow, we need to be careful because there might be some expensive chase cards, but very often people just don't want it. There's a lot of people who hate Bermuda, and you know, whether that's justified or not, I don't really care. It is basically a perfect storm. Not only do we have Overdress announcement, but we also have the fact that Bermuda just isn't all that loved as people think it is. Right here, we are looking at all these SPs, and this is not where the crash is actually happening. The crash is more so happening on other cards, but we'll get to that. So here you see, okay, in your hundreds, those are always going to be ridiculously expensive, but there's some SPs that just make zero sense to me. Look at this Turo right here. Like, that is very low for an original costume rare of one of the best cards in the set. Your Ange SP, 12 bucks. What are you talking about? Original costume rare Ange. Okay, 47 is quite a bit higher, but this is still low. Like 23? Wow. That is nothing. All these other cards, you know, on some of these you may argue they're not that good. That's ridiculous. However, where the price crash, or whatever you want to call it, really is obvious on the rarities below SP. Look at this. Starter SP. 2 bucks. Grade 3 Searcher SP 4.5 bucks. What the hell? I should buy this. I should have bought this actually. What the fuck? Grade 3 Searchers SP 4.5 bucks? No. Quick Shield 3 bucks. But then we get into the actual playable cards. Top Idol Aqua Triple R 2 bucks. Ange VR 1.8 bucks. Grade 3 Searcher 1.1 bucks. VR 1.2 bucks. Drop EG, 50 cents. All these VRs and everything is dirt cheap. Here, Tirua, one of the best cards in the set, 20 cents. How do you explain this? This is insane. So now I'm not saying go speculate on this. Again, this is not from invest, none of that crap. Get the fuck out if you're interested in that. I am not telling you to be a flipper here. But if you are a player who wants to play Bermuda, or at any point even considered, maybe I'll give it a try. Are you really saying no to a completely built deck for 20 bucks? Like, people are saying start decks are cheap at 4 bucks. You can get complete Bermuda decks for 20 bucks. That is insane. I will gladly buy playsets of everything here. Because A, V Premium exists. B, Premium exists. C, This is the cost of a Starbucks coffee and a cookie to get a full deck. And maybe some of these end up being good in premium or V premium, and you still get to enjoy them for months. This is so cheap. Now again, if you do up wanting to buy some, there's a TCG player link in the description. I will get a whole 3% or so, I guess, of that. So if you buy Ange at $2, I will get 6 cents. Guys, I'm selling out right here. I am promoting this to make 6 cents. No, but like, actually, maybe you should go to 50cards.shop. I don't actually make money from that, but he's a good guy. So if he has his prices up and they're cheap, might as well grab your copies from there as well. But like, the whole sellout jokes aside, these are so goddamn fucking cheap. If you think like that you will play any of this at any point, why don't you pick up your free playset? Like, at 1.8 bucks. So when the previous reboot happened, people, you know, were saying, oh, but premium's so expensive. Meanwhile, this guy over here bought a fully SP'd out Luar deck for literally like $100. Everything max rarity. $100. I bought my Dragfall Luard SPs at $15 because everything was crashing. So I'm just telling you, maybe this time you might be interested. Maybe there's some cards here that will end up being actually good and are currently just underappreciated because of, you know, the fear. Vendors are trying to break even on this set. They are trying to make it so that, you know, they have the money to pre-order overdress stuff. So they're just dumping this shit. And so all that supply hit at once. The demand is lower because of overdress and the formats and so forth. Look at these prices. Like 9 cents for Sentinel crits. Like, you have your VRs 40 cents. Lupina, come on. Come on. We're talking about cards that are far more rare to be at these prices. And again, I don't make shit of this. If you think I'm making this video because you might buy Ange at 1.8 bucks and I might just make 6 cents of you, you are out of your goddamn mind. Like, this is not a money thing. This is a humor thing. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, if you want to buy anything of Vanguard, TCG player link is in the description. 50cards.shop. If you still want to pre-order anything, you can use the code Solemn to get a discount, so you can get your overdress, clan selection stuff, and even Twinkle Melody, if you're into Twinkle Melody. Wow! This is crazy. 18 listings for... I'm really considering buying this. Should I buy this? How many are there? If you were considering maxing Bermuda, now's your chance. Look at these prices. If you were considering building an extra V premium or premium deck, you know, never fucking tell me that premium is too expensive. You have full decks here right now. Maybe slap on some G Guardians. I don't know. I'm out. If you want more finance content, Solemn Yu-Gi-Oh, like, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.